is though, like, what's the difference between an insecurity and a boundary then?
Um, I think insecurities are strictly emotion based,
Mm-hmm.
and I think boundaries are more like, well, I mean, I guess they're both kind of based on emotions, but I feel like insecurities are based off of your own emotions. Boundaries are based off of both. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, if I tell you, like, oh, I don't like when you have girls at your house at 8 p.m. cooking them dinner, and you're like, damn, I feel like I worded that wrong already. And you're just kind of like, well, that's my friend. I don't care. Da 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 da. That I feel like is what creates an insecurity out of it,
Yeah.
because like I'm telling you how I feel and you're getting defensive and you're telling me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like a boundary is more like I'm telling you, hey, I don't like when you do this, and you give me reassurance like, oh, hey, you know, they're just a friend, blah blah blah. And then I tell you like, well, could you maybe not do that because it makes me uncomfortable.
Damn.
And then you agree to like, you know what, that's fair, I'll
Yeah.
stop that. I feel like boundaries have to be both people like kind of setting a like a standard for the relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like an insecurity is just me, or well, not me because I would never, but I feel like an insecurity is more like a woman or a man like just constantly yapping
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't like when you do this, I don't like when you do this, I don't like when you do this, but not actually having a real reason behind it a lot of
Yeah.
times, or not willing to have a conversation to meet in the middle
Yeah.
or have an agreement. Because I feel like when you're insecure about something, you're immediately not going to want to like come to an equal
Yeah.
standing or whatever. I feel like when it's an insecurity, it's you're purely focused on how you feel about the situation and you want it to stop completely because your feelings are getting hurt.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're setting a boundary, it's more like I said, you're both speaking on it, you're both coming to terms with it, where like for a boundary, you saying I don't like that they're coming over so late, it makes me feel uncomfortable. And then he says like, oh, okay, well, next time I cook, I'll have her come early in the day
Yeah.
so that it doesn't seem like a date type of thing.
Yeah.
That's a good boundary. But you just being like, I don't like that she's over there, I don't want you to hang out with her ever again, like you're insecure. It's not even about the situation that happened anymore. Now you feel insecure that he's spending time with another woman, period.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like people like they're too quick to like clip any situation they're in just because of come on, just to.
You got something you want to say to me?
No, I don't got nothing to say to you.
Oh, okay. Okay, since we taking jabs.
I wasn't even talking about. I'm speaking in general.
Yeah.
But it's just like I just feel like they're too quick. It's like you can't. It's like some people they're just too strict. It's just like, God,
it's about me.
It's not about you at all.
Cool.
Like, what are you talking about?
He's talking about me. It's cool.
I'm not. It's like people are just too strict. It's like you. It's like you gotta ask permission to breathe around them. Damn near. It's like.
So,
damn.
I was actually talking to my friend about this on my way here. Actually, so I had dated this guy. I didn't date him. When people ask me about him, I tell them he died.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd be like, who? What?
What the fuck?
I thought he died.
Nah, don't put that
No,
on
I'm
him,
just
man.
kidding.
Damn.
I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding.
God.
But so last year for my birthday, I went to DR with a bunch of my friends, and before like the trip happened, first of all, once the tickets are paid for, I'm going. I don't care how you feel about it. So he expressed to me that first of all he was supposed to come. And then it ended up that he wasn't gonna come. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm still going. Like, it ain't your birthday, it's my birthday. I'm still going. So I said like, yeah, I'm still gonna go. Blah blah blah. He expressed to me like, oh, I don't really want you to go. And I'm like, okay. Now me being the person I am, I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna, you know what I mean. I'm gonna give you the conversation. So I asked him like, well, why don't you want me to go? Blah blah blah. This man was talking about how he feels like I'm just gonna go out there and wild out and there's all these Dominican men, and I'm like, okay, so first of all, you think I'm gonna go out there and fuck strangers?
Ew.
Great that you feel that way about me.
That's crazy.
Thank you for that. But immediately that wasn't a valid reason for me not to go, because you're not giving me a boundary. You're not giving me a thing that, you know, you're worried about my safety. You're worried about niggas looking better than you and me being around them. It's a tropical island. Niggas is shirtless. Niggas is You know what I mean? Like you're insecure.
Yeah.
But that type of shit always blew me. Like you cannot tell people what to do. And he was so mad because I still went. And I'm like, I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
Like whatever I want to do. If I'm not disrespecting anyone, if I'm not harming anyone, I can literally do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like there was also a conversation on Twitter where they were talking about this girl posted a picture of a screenshot of her conversation with her girlfriend.
Yeah.
And the girlfriend was like, "You're not going to a party." And she said, "Okay." And she said, "Or else we can break up." And she said, "Okay." And she said, "So what are you picking?" And the girl said, "I'm going to the party." And they were in the comments ripping this girl. "You're not a good woman. You chose a party over your relationship. You're supposed to let your partner lead, blah, blah, blah." And I got into an argument with first of all, I'm not even going to call it an argument because they were just talking out their ass. But the person, I don't even know if it was a guy or a girl. They didn't have no profile picture, no nothing. But they were like, like that's not a good woman because you're not letting the man lead you. He's giving you orders and you're not listening. And I'm like, you really don't understand the concept of leading someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like leading me is telling me, "Hey, do you think this is a good idea? It's really late. You know, it could be dangerous, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to think about it?" That's leading someone, like trying to give them a conversation to talk about the possibilities of what's going to happen. You texting me and saying you're not going. Now I'm for sure absolutely going, because who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like the way that I see it, and I've always seen it like this. If I ask my mom right now, "What do you think about me going to this party?" And she'd be like, "I don't care." My mother, the one who birthed me, raised me, doesn't care. So you coming in here thinking that you have some mystical hold over me because you're gonna end our relationship, that absolutely end it, because now I know that the type of person that you are. Like, you're gonna hold that above my head. Like, that's weird. I'm going to the party and I'm gonna have the time of my life, and you're gonna be at home mad for no reason whatsoever. Because I feel like, what you think I'm gonna go to this party and just act a fool and like be on niggas, be on bitches, you know, whatever the case. Whole time I'm out with my friends, drunk, rapping in the back seat. Like, I'm chilling. Y'all be too insecure. I genuinely feel like y'all be too insecure to be in relationships. Y'all need to go to therapy. Y'all need to get a pet, maybe. A dog, a fish, maybe. Because I think y'all just need to chill. Nobody got no hold over nobody else. Like, be your own person. Worry about yourself.
Yeah, the way I look at it, I feel like my only boundary is keep in mind you in a relationship when you go out.
For sure.
That's my own. That's my only boundary, because I'm not trying to change who you are as a person. So it's like, and the way I look at it, if you really want to do something, you're going to do it. And if you do it, it's clipped then. But like, I'm not about to be like, "Oh, you can't do this or you can't do that." Like, no, like.
And that's the difference between a boundary and an insecurity.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I just feel like, I don't know, people just get into relationships just to feel some sense of power, I guess.
Yeah, and that's so weird. Like, I seen another tweet and it was saying like, it was somebody texting them like, "Why are you doing all that on Twitter?" But like, you came to me from Twitter. Like, you knew I was like this before you DM me, before you hit me up, before we started talking, whatever the case. So why are you trying to change me? Like,
exactly.
What's the problem here? Like, if you're not, what do they be saying? Like, don't date a bad bitch if you're not ready for a bad bitch. The same thing goes with guys though. Like, don't date a dude that be outside, that be, you know, all this and that, if you're gonna be insecure every time he does it. Especially if he did it before you got with him. Like, y'all be getting into relationships and then expecting the person you're dating to change. And it's like, why would you not just date that type of person to begin with? Yeah. Like, you see a girl who's out all the time, short skirts, titties out, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, "Oh yeah, I want her." And then you get her and it's like, "Nah, cover up." Like, where are you going like that? Modestly. Like, if you, like, I don't get it. Like, you could have dated you a little church girl. You could have dated you one of them sister girls with the skirt down to their ankles, if that's really what you wanted. Yeah. Like,
I mean, I feel like the niggas don't want that. like they want the chick that dresses with the titties out, with the ass cheeks out, with the pussy print out like that. That's what I'm just saying, yo.
Not the moose knuckle.
That's what they like. So it's like, but how it looks to other people, it's like, that's why. But I mean,
That's another issue. Y'all be letting too many people in y'all business.
facts.
It shouldn't matter how it looks to other people.
Yeah.
Why do you care what 58-year-old Shirley from across the street thinks about your girlfriend going out one night? Like,
Exactly.
fuck that lady. Like, who cares? What is she gonna do but hit you with a little every time she see you? Oh well, like,
yeah, like I don't know. No, stop being insecure.
For real.
So yeah, last